Welcome, welcome, Jazzbos. Happy Sunday to all of you. Jazz Sabbath Sunday. Pizza Boy, how are you? Is here early. Nice. Hey, Mongoose. Abdul Jabbar. P.A. Grant. What's going on, buddy? It always makes me really happy when you're around, man. Shackelford. How you doing, Matt Shackelford? If you're new to the show, you should come over to Twitch, Matt Shackelford. That's where all of it happens, you know? For you, Matt. I'm just saying, you know, if you're not just dropping by and you'd like to listen to the show and hang out with us and stuff, it's worth doing it. It's worth opening a Twitch account. You guys like the jazz show best, right? Am I getting it right? Loaf, Kramer, Darnsey. Ryan Dixon, what's going on, buddy? Jazz Sabbath. Yes, sir. Jazz renditions of Black Sabbath records. Pretty damn good, right? So good, as a matter of fact, that they made 2 of these records. And Jazz Sabbath 2 came out only this year, not long ago, a few weeks ago, and we are going to be listening to it. This one is the original Jazz Sabbath, which had Evil Woman, Rat Salad, Iron Man, Hand of Doom, Changes, Children of the Grave, and the tune we just heard now, Fairies Wear Boots. There's a whole story behind this, and we're going to be hearing from Jazz Sabbath Volume 2 as a full album spin later on in the day, later on in the evening. We will also be celebrating the birthday of one of my favorite jazz musicians, multi-instrumentalist, composer, Rahsaan Roland Kirk, who I've played before. You guys always see him, the crazy dude with like 1,000,000 horns. I have a lot of Rahsaan Roland Kirk records. Well, a lot. I have like maybe 6 Roland Kirk records. And I really dig him a lot. So, my feeling is that it's the dude's birthday, and we should listen to it a little bit. What do you think? Are you okay with that? What we're going to do is going to play a long tune called Tribute to John Coltrane as we slowly prepare our evening. I haven't even taken my edible yet, so I'm going to grab an edible and get the vibe going for all of you. I see some new people. Disco Volante. Welcome. Ryan Dixon, again on YouTube, on Facebook. Welcome, Ryan Dixon, to Jazz Sunday. All of you that are catching from another format or whatever, Twitch is really the place to catch the show. We got our, that's where it is that the big crowd usually shows up and all the interaction. So if you guys are looking for radio and looking for conversation with other people, you like talking about music, you like hanging around, you like nerding out on music, you're a real one. You want to come and join us, all right? Here's your Twitch link. Here's some Roland Kirk paying tribute to the best, Mr. John Coltrane.
If you don't mind, we'd like to play a short interlude.
See you on the other side, Ryan.
To one of the giants of the tenor saxophone, and I was playing this before.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
So I dig him very much. This is a memorial and a short medley of tunes that John Coltrane left here for us to learn.
Disco Volante, oh, new follower. Hey, Disco, what's going on? Marmalade! Hi. Decided to be a jazz cat today. He's with us. What's going on, buddy? What's up, Adrian? Get it? This one's an original. 68 or so. Volunteered slavery. This dude's a badass. We are all driven by an invisible whip. Some run, some have fun, some are hip, some tip, some dip. But we must all answer to the invisible whip. Roland Kirk, 1969. Very happy to have an original of it. I really dig it quite a bit. I'm going to play a few Roland Kirk tunes because I realize, it's like, wait a second. I got 6 records or so, 5, 6 records from him. Why am I not playing more? I feel like I don't play enough of him. What's the point of owning a record if you're not going to play it, you know? And to me, this is the perfect forum for it. We get to listen together. We get to vibe together. Those of you who know the dude or the artist, what's going to wind up happening? You're going to wind up celebrating with me. Those who don't know him, you might wind up discovering something that you like. Roland Kirk's, I would say, an artist that's fairly easy to get into because he kind of crosses that line between like jazz and funk, soul, R&B. So a lot of people are going to go for that, you know. That said, there's the soul, funk, R&B thing, but there's also, he tends to kind of like go wild. So those people who don't like that part of jazz might not like it. However, he's very much an original. multi-instrumentalist. The dude, what you're hearing there, when you're hearing whistles and all sorts of stuff, he's playing the same instruments at once. He's like just playing a bunch of instruments at once. He's really a remarkable artist. He was a remarkable artist that I love quite a bit, and my feeling is that some of you are going to enjoy this, you know, so I'm going to do the best that I can in order to get all the titles in. If you have any requests, please feel free. I want you to know that we will eventually get to a full album spin of Jazz Sabbath Volume 2. That's going to be a good one. We're currently collecting for a full album spin. Almost there with side 1. Thank you, Sean, for contributing towards that. I'm going to play some Wayne Shorter, Speak No Evil, from the Blue Note Classics catalog. It's a fairly new reissue that came out a few years ago. Gonna dig that, you know. We're gonna listen to a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna be a good evening is what I'm saying. So get yourself a drink, get your smoke on, and let's spend a beautiful Sunday together. What do you say? Here's Rasa and Roland Kirk. We're going to listen to the first 2 songs off Natural Black Inventions, Root Strata, the first 2 songs on side B.
It's splitting the mind in 2 parts. You know what I mean? It's like making one part of your mind say ooh blah dee, and make the other part of your mind say, what does he mean? In other words, it's 2 different melodies. We're gonna play that old apple pie melody for you, Sentimental Journey. And that real debatable melody, they say that Dvorak was a black man. But the white people say he's a white man.
What do you say?
I say I don't give a damn. What is that?
That's my boy. I love him.
So first you'll hear the one old apple pie melody, and then you'll hear the other melody from the New World Symphony, and then we're going to put them together. And if you don't hear both of them at the same time, simultaneously, that means all together in one mouth, you better go get an ear examination.
That's right. Right on.
No one's saying. How are ya? Welcome, Red Savage. Is that good? Gets a little skronky, right? Skronky with a beat, though. I think. A beat if you're Lisa Simpson. All right. We are already fully funded for Side 1 of Jazz Sabbath, Volume 2. Thank you to both Sean and Red Savage and actually FM Gary from yesterday for helping to make that happen. 20. Oh, wait a second. That's 40, right? No, that's 40. Sorry. We're almost there. FM Gary crowdfunded for some extra. What was it yesterday? Oh, for extra Radio Dread, but it was already funded. So I'm putting it towards today. In any case, what are we going to play? I'm still in the middle of digging out all my Blue Note records and putting them all together in one pile. I don't have thoughts on Bob Dylan. I'm doing a jazz show. You're on YouTube. Just look up some Bob Dylan if that's what you want to hear. So what do we have here? Yeah, I'm trying to put, like, I'm pulling out all my Blue Notes and putting them all together. You know? Just like I did with my orange and black back there. The Impulse. And I'm still, like, although I've already done a lot of it, I'm still pulling out some Blue Notes. Oh, fuck, look at that. I got this, I got that. You know what I'm saying? Chill. No, dude, go fuck yourself. What's chill? Get the fuck off my channel. Chill. This guy comes to my channel and he's telling me to chill. You're the kind of guy I don't like, dude. Goodbye. Why don't I play some Slayer? You gotta love these guys. They come into your fucking house Hey, what are your thoughts on Bob Dylan? I'm doing a jazz show. Hey, chill. You're in my house, fuckface. Leave my house and chill all you want. I'm in my house. If I want to be grumpy, I'm going to be grumpy. Oh, and guess what? My house is filled with people that I know. You're the fucking stranger here. Dickhead. If you haven't heard, I'm a really grumpy guy. I have no patience for nonsense. None. Zero. And I'm likely not going to change. So it's probably better that you know that I told you to go fuck yourself already. Because it's not going to change. The rest of you, welcome to the jazz show. I hope you're enjoying the jazz show. Jazz. Not fucking Bob Dylan. Jazz. Dickhead. Bob Dylan. I mean, does the title say Jazz Sunday or does it say question and answer period to complete fucking strangers? What does it say? Tell me. Sam, you're off to a roaring start. It says Sunday Night Jazz, death. You've been around for a while. I got no problem throwing you out too, dickhead. The Twitch channel. Okay, you're right. Okay, hey, I'm sorry. Did I confuse you on the Twitch channel? Did I confuse you? I just want to know, did I confuse you? Let me change the title just in case I confuse any other people. Besides, he wasn't on Twitch, he was on YouTube. Doesn't matter. I'll tell you something, I'm yelling and I'm not even angry. It just gives me shit to say. That's all. I like when I say things. Sunday Night Jazz. It actually says right there in the title. Sunday Night Jazz. Gonzo Broadcast 822. That's exactly what it says. All right. So I'm going to get to that Dexter Gordon record that I just pulled out. Looking very forward to playing it. I'm looking forward to getting to that Jazz Sabbath. Yes. Jazz renditions of jazz, of Black Sabbath tunes. It's coming. We're going to be talking about it properly. Can I ask you a question? You didn't send any Jazz Sabbath, dude. I bought Jazz Sabbath. I definitely bought Jazz Sabbath. I know I had a question and now I don't know if I have it anymore. If somebody invites you to a Coldplay concert, do you go Dexter Gordon? No, you didn't send me Dexter Gordon. The Dexter Gordon I have is a pressing from the 70s. If somebody invites you to a Coldplay concert, do you go? You can be honest. I'm not going to make fun of you. I don't care. I don't know Coldplay. To me, Coldplay is like listening to a dozen consecutive Hallmark cards playing in unison. See? I love Sean. Sean says he doesn't give a fuck if it looks cool or not. If it's in the VIP section, yeah, he'd go. If it's free, he would go. It's a birthday gift. Okay, so does the fact that it's a birthday gift make you feel obligated, Marmalade? If it wasn't a birthday gift, and be honest, would you go? Unless the person that gave you the birthday gift is listening. True story about when I was a banker. I hated being a banker. I think you know this. But my manager, my bank manager, I was a good salesperson for the sales products and stuff like that. I won, Rookie of the Year for the year. So I was a productive member of the bank establishment. And she tried to kind of do nice things. And if you know anything about banks and all of these things, all of these corporations, they get season tickets to hockey games and basketball games and all the rest of this, right? Very important to have season tickets and show concerts and all the rest of this because it gives you a reason to go out with a potential client and seal the deal over a nice game. I've done many of those things. I've been a guest 1,000 times to hockey games, and I mean, I go to hockey games. I love them. I don't anymore, but I used to go. I used to have actually season tickets as well for a year or two, quarter season tickets. Like I'd watch just a quarter of the season. It was cool. So she worked real hard. This was my boss. She worked real hard and tells me, Salvatore, she used to call me by my real name, Salvatore in French. Je t'ai fait un esti de faveur. Je didn't say esti, you don't swear. Mais je t'ai fait une belle chose, she tells me. She goes, Sam, Salvatore, I just got you a free pair of tickets to see Nickelback. In the VIP section. For real, my bank manager got me VIP seats to see Nickelback. What would you do in my place? What do you think I did? What do you think I did, and what would you do in my place? Now remember the situation, right? They're VIP seats. They're bank seats. And I'm a bank employee. So playing a bank, being part of the team is an extremely important part. You can't sell them. Very important part of your job. Very important part of your job to play, to be a team player. So please understand that when you're invited to these things, it's supposed to be pleasure, but it's work as well. So I'm going to be in a box, a VIP box with a bunch of other bankers and clients and shit. And we're all going to sit together and drink beers and watch Nickelback. What would you do? Would you go? Drive-by trucker says he remembers this story. I have told this story. See, Pizza Boy says he'd see anything for free. Drive-by trucker seems to remember that I made a plausible excuse. Which one is it? I told my boss that I don't like Nickelback and I don't want to go. Straight out. Yeah, I don't like Nickelback. And she tried to sell me on going too. Right? Mr. Sam, Salvatore, I worked really hard to get you in that room with all these people. I said, yeah, it's okay, but I don't want to spend my free time watching Nickelback. So she actually, even when I said no, she made a point of making me understand that it doesn't matter if you really like the band or not. It's a team sport, and the team's going to be there. So, Sam, you should be there to watch Nickelback. She made me understand that it was a job. And my answer was, I'm not going. And that would be something that would haunt me during the entire time that I worked there. One of the things that the bank used to do was make sure that you would work overtime. I would work until midnight sometimes. Start at 8 in the morning and work until midnight. I'm not kidding. All right? They called that being a team player. Of course, we never logged any, overtime hours. Never been paid a single penny in overtime during that entire time. But you got to be a team player because that's what it takes. It takes extra. See? And that's how it is that establishments basically make sure that they get work for free. The way they do it is they call it team player, number one. Number two, pleasure is still business. So when you have to go to the fucking Christmas party, please understand, the Christmas party is not a party, it's work. It's work, but you got to wear a fucking suit and you got to hang out with a bunch of people. The difference is they'll serve you a shrimp cocktail. So I never went to not one single Christmas party during my entire time at the bank. Fuck that. And it used to be one of those things where my boss would call me in the middle of the night. Hey, Sam, let's talk Salvatore. Let's talk about this account. Do you remember this account, that account? I'm looking at myself and I'm hanging out at fucking Ren's house watching a hockey game, having a couple of beers with my friend. I'm just like, Dude, it's 8:30 p.m. What the fuck are you doing calling me at 8:30 p.m. asking me about a client? But I thought it's important. Listen, it's 8:30 at night. I'm not fucking working. I'm not working. We'll look at it tomorrow morning when I come in. That was called a bad attitude. That's a bad attitude in the corporate world. Having a bad attitude. Bitch, I'm not working. Are you paying me for my time? So what the fuck are you calling me about a mortgage for? I don't give a single fuck about a mortgage right now. It's great. There's a joke. Yeah, voluntold. Exactly that. That's exactly that. So I never played that game. I'm never playing that game. Dino Girl, you're quitting your corporate job on the 16th. I hope that it's something that will help you find a little bit more happiness. I've met you. I've met your boyfriend. You don't seem like a corporate girl. So I get that. I really do. You seem like somebody who'd get fucking eaten alive by the corporate world, and if you don't get eaten alive, it takes a part of your spirit with you, and it's not worth it. So I hope that if you're leaving the corporate world, that leads to better things for you, and it finds you finding a fit that works with you better. I mean all that, man. I love you guys. I do. I love you guys, man. Cameron wants some Sonny Rollins, The Bridge. Yeah, baby, I can do that for you. No problem at all, Cameron. You have any backup plan? What are you pursuing? You're taking some time to think about it, Dino Girl? What's it going to be? Me, I'm going to play more jazz. Is that okay? Leaving the corporate world, Dino Girl, was a very good idea for me. I can tell you what it is that it took from my particular case, and it might not be yours, okay? I mean, a job as a banker paid well. And a job as a banker paid well because I made a fuck ton of commissions selling their stupid products. So when I left the job, and I've told the story 1,000 times, right? I had a nervous breakdown. Straight up, I had a nervous breakdown. I had complete burnout. And one of the things that made me think, okay, yeah, I have burnout, but I have a young baby. Sophia was maybe 1.5 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old, super young, right? I have a young family. I have a mortgage. I have bills. How can I do this? How can I just give up this job? And I can tell you what it took, and maybe that's something that you're not going to want to listen to. But I remember making the decision. It's a conscious decision I made. I took a vow of poverty. Not because I wanted to be poor, and not because I like poor, but because if I have to choose between being able to pay my bills and taking a vacation or two every year and driving a nice car and being as fucking miserable as I was, suicidal, hated it, I couldn't be talked to when I used to come home at night. All I would do is come home, take off all my goddamn clothes, and sit in front of the fucking Xbox and play Call of Duty. I'm pretty sure that Andre and even little Sophia will remember me just angry, just playing fucking Call of Duty because I needed to fucking get work out of my head. So what I did is, I took a vow of poverty. And my wife, you want to know why it is that Andre's one of the many reasons why Andre is my forever partner and why my wife and me is forever. I will never, ever, ever think about going to another woman. Never happening. Okay? You know what my woman said to me? You know what my wife said to me? Your happiness is more important than anything. And for many years, 10 years, we lived very poorly. Eating beans out of cans. Whatever it is that we needed to do in order to get by, just as long as we can barely pay the bills. I came close to losing my house because we couldn't pay the fucking bills. And then I remembered that I took out some insurance that allowed me to relief on some mortgages for a few months. So I was able to take a 6-month holiday from my mortgage. And that 6-month holiday from my mortgage is what saved me, because I would have lost the house. I'm happy I did it, Dino Girl. I paid the cost to be the boss. And it's because I did that, and because I got stuck in a position where I had no choice but to come up with something to make it work, that I went out and I pursued my passion, and I'm doing what I do now. And even if you guys remember the way it is that I started off Vinyl Junkies with the patrons and all the rest of this, if you remember the early days, I hustled for $2 a month. I hustled my balls off for $5 a month, for $2 a month. I hustled like I was working a less than minimum wage job, but it's the job that I wanted. And here we are. So, whatever reason it is that you left your corporate job, Dino Girl, I don't need to know what the reasons are, because they don't matter. If you left a corporate job, I know why you left. And it's a good reason. I know that. Because I know exactly what the cost is. There's a cost to having a job. Those types of jobs, for sure. They eat you away. Before you know it, if you find yourself enjoying it, you become a Republican. I'd rather put a bullet in my fucking head. And I've spoken to Pizza Boy this way as well. Pizza Boy's not working at Domino's anymore, and I told him, it doesn't matter, dude. You got your hard work, you got your youth, and you're smart. You'll figure it out. It's okay to be uncertain if you're using that time of uncertainty to do exactly what you want. Don't use that time of uncertainty so that you can put yourself in another trap. Don't do that so that you can put yourself in another situation where you'll be miserable again. If you're going to be miserable, at least let that fucking miserable part of you pay off. Pizza Boy's right. I used to DM patrons every day to remind them about the show. He's not wrong, man. I hustled like a motherfucker. And it's still a hustle. It's a massive hustle. But it's worth it. Maybe I shouldn't talk about these things. Sam, play the jazz. Play the jazz, Sam. No, I know. Let's talk about Bob Dylan. Fucking Bob Dylan. You know how much I hate those people? What are your thoughts on Bob Dylan? Fuck you. That's what my thoughts are. What are your thoughts on Led Zeppelin? What are your thoughts on the Rolling Stones? What are your thoughts on the Beatles? What are your thoughts about the Eagles? What are your thoughts about Led Zeppelin? What are your thoughts about fucking Black Sabbath? Fuck you. That's what my thoughts are. You know what my thoughts are? My thoughts are is that you're boring. That's what my thoughts are. Oh, is it because the music's no good? No, it's got nothing to do with the music. It's got to do with the fact that you come to talk about music, and what do? You talk about the most obvious fucking thing in the world. It tells me that you're boring. That's what it tells me. Shaq, are you a patron? I love Bob James. Are you a patron, Shaq? Welcome. If you enjoy it, welcome. Be our guest. Are you a patron or a guest? If you're a patron, I'm happy to have you here. You guys built this community. It's us. If you're a guest, be our guest. Enjoy our community that we built together. You're new today. Well, that's it. Enjoy the community that we built today, Mitch Shaq. I'm telling you that. I ain't throwing you out. I'm telling you welcome. You know why? Because if you like it, you'll return and you'll become a patron. Think of this as a dive bar. It's a dive bar for members. People can listen from anywhere because there's speakers outside the dive bar. So the show is free. Everyone can listen to it. However, if you want to hang out and come into the dive bar and hang out with people and be a part of the community, you have to be a patron. $2 or $5 a month. Or more, whatever you can afford. So you mean you have to pay to get in? Yeah. You can listen for free, though. And it's worked. It's been a beautiful way of doing things. People who want to be a part of it put up their patronage, and they're a part of it. People who don't, who think that it's stupid to pay for something like that, get it for free. And people who are here for the first time and aren't decided because it's all new to them, They're guests, and we welcome them as guests. That's been a formula that works for me. I don't chase after the patronage anymore, because I value what we have, and everybody here who's already a patron values it. So we don't need to chase after another patron to render valuable what we do. It's already valuable. There's a reason why people hang out here, because it's good. Because we're good to each other, because we celebrate music, because there's kindness. We put away all bullshit. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're hanging out. Yes, me doing the talking mid-shack is part of it. It's not just music. I told you, there's a community here. So basically, it's a conversation between myself and the audience, of which I know the vast majority because they're patrons. And you are our guest, and I'm happy to have you. See? It took many years for me to come up with that iteration of what Vinyl Junkies is. But it works. It does. And I'm happy to be here with you. And we'll play a ton of jazz. And during the week, we play a ton of everything else. Tons of metal. Tons of everything. Nelson comes in. And every time Nelson comes in, you hear me either praise him to the sky or insult him. Right down to the ground. That's love. All right. Let me go get that Dexter Gordon. It's finished cleaning. I'm going to play you something from... You followed on Facebook, first on the Twitch, eh? Oh, dude, are you the guy that just switched over from Facebook? Is that the... Are you that guy? Awesome, dude. You made yourself an account. I'm happy about that. Really, I am. Yeah, dude, no problem. If you like what we do, and take the entire day to figure it out. Because if you don't like it and it's not worth it, I don't want you to do it. I don't want your patronage if it's not for you. However, if you like what we do, you really like what we do, and the fact that I talk to you the way I talk to you, and there's a personal experience, and there's music, there's laughs, guess what? I know you're new here, but we actually plan weekend trips together too. We're planning a trip in Central Coast, California in January, mid-January. And guess what? The people who are going to show up are all people that know each other. We all know each other from here. We've already done one in San Francisco. We've done one in Montreal, and we're going to keep doing them. We're going to be doing one in Germany in 2023. We're going to be doing one in Minnesota. So there's a family here. You don't need to be a part of it if you don't want. But if you do, here's your Twitch, here's your Patreon link. Come be a part of it. It's so damn cheap you can pay it off for the year. I see a lot of people that just pay it off for the year. $24 for a whole year, $60 for a whole year. Beautiful. Let me get you some music, okay? Here's an album that I know I had two of. I don't know who got my second copy. It may have been Alexandra, Mosley's daughter. It may have been Blumpy. This seems like the kind of record I would give Blumpy. It may have been Pizza Boy. It's certainly the kind of record that I would give Pizza Boy as well. But one of you got a second copy of this. It's an audiophile version of This Is Our Music by Ornette Coleman Quartet. Made up of Ornette Coleman on the alto sax, Donald Cherry on the pocket trumpet, Charlie Hayden on bass, and Ed Blackwell on the drums. Atlantic Records put out a box set of Ornette Coleman stuff called, what was it? Beauty is a Rare Thing. Named after a song. This is the song. This is Ornette Coleman called, the song is called Beauty is a Rare Thing. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah. The song finished early. I had to take a dump. I'm sorry. Bathroom, nature calls, dudes. I'm being visited by Mr. Spicy. Spicy food, man. It's an addiction. What song are we going to play off this Dexter Gordon? Let me take a look. All right, baby. How about a song called The Backbone? Originally released in 1962. Originally released in 1967, I should say. A swinging affair, Dexter Gordon, on the Blue Note label. I'm going to play more Blue Note. I have a Wayne Shorter record. Ah, son of a bitch! You know when you roll over your fucking ankle with the wheels on your chair? It happens every summer. It hurts. That's what just happened. All right. Let me play you this tune, all right? The Backbone. Dexter Gordon. Let me read you who's on this set with him. Recorded at Van Gelder Studio, of course, in Hackensack, New Jersey, where all good jazz records seem to have been recorded. Dexter Gordon on the tenor saxophone, Sonny Clark on the piano, Butch Warren on the bass, Billy Higgins on drums. Let's see him make a jazz noise. Listen to this. Popo is among us. Those of you that want to catch the rest of the jazz show, and there's still plenty of jazz coming, I just put up your Twitch link.